So the second story, let's talk a little bit about the second story is a follow-up on a story we did a couple of weeks ago about El Salvador. Now remember, El Salvador is the first company of the first nation that's taking crypto as one of its national currency. And so in the starting, I think it's September 7th, but let's find out. It's in the story. Let me also blow this up so we can see it. Okay, here we go. The government will. Here, let's go back. Why is all this is an important. So I won't read this whole story, but in El Salvador, Chivo, I looked it up, so I said it right. It's also slang for cool. It's also the name of a new Bitcoin wallet app, which the president plans to launch on September 7th, as I said, the day the nation becomes the first in the world to adopt Bitcoin as one of its national currencies. But the tech-savvy president has made Bitcoin adoption happen, ought to know that the coolness can't be forced. In recent days, some citizens and economists who question the wisdom of the bold plan are making that much clearer with street protests. So there's lots of protests in El Salvador about Bitcoin and becoming the currency. But his daring move was widely celebrated by Bitcoin community, where he revealed his intentions in June. Under the country's Bitcoin law, businesses would be obligated to accept Bitcoin or the U.S. dollar, the country's other official currency, as payment. Either could be used to pay taxes or bank loans, according to the Wall Street Journal. Salaries and pensions would still be paid in dollars. Okay, the government will spend $75 million to airdrop $30 worth of Bitcoin into the Chivo wallets accessed by an online app, according to the Wall Street Journal. That funding would cover the cost of seeding 2.5 million users with Bitcoin in a country of 6.5 million. So what is that? A third? A third? Looks like a little more than a third. For reference, $30 is approximately 0.00062 of a full Bitcoin today. Where today they were trading about $48,000. The government has also created a $150 million fund to support the Bitcoin to U.S. dollar conversions and is rolling out the Chivo ATMs. We mentioned that was our big story a couple of weeks ago, is that how many ATMs that they're putting in place in El Salvador. And the mining they're doing in El Salvador, they're creating a mining industry, hoping to use their hydro and I believe the gas to create electricity, so it's green, because a lot of crypto enthusiasts object to using oil to produce the electricity in order to mine the crypto. And so to overcome that, El Salvador wants to make their crypto mining a green industry. His supporters believe the flourishing citizens with cryptocurrency will seed a brighter, wealthier future for the country. According to the president, adopting Bitcoin, which is easy to send across borders, will greatly reduce the fees people pay to send and receive remittance. Now remember, a big part of all these economies are people working here in America who send their money back to El Salvador and Guatemala and Mexico, and they pay a lot of money to convert the money and to send it overseas. I think a lot of them use these U.S. Cashier's checks, things like that. U.S. Western Union, things like that cost a lot of money to send money back. So if you can adopt Bitcoin, well, you can send that back and forth for almost zero exchange transaction fees. And that would help. So instead of the money going to companies, the intermediaries, to transfer the money, that money can best be spent in their economy, so they believe. The shift is meant to attract foreign investment and entrepreneurs in this crypto space. Bank of America suggested El Salvador's new Bitcoin policy could help modernize banking and increase access to digital payments in a country where 70% of the citizens do not have a bank account. Why not everyone buys okay, so they're not all on board. Of course, change always has people that object to the change, but it's another thing, to get this to work. The IMF warns the International Monetary Fund. They object. So there's a lot of objections. Now, so Now, so that's the second story to show that kind of goes with the same, that the credibility. Now it's coming as a national currency. So the U.S. Congress is taking notice. The El Salvador is taking notice, and the IMF is taking notice, and they're all taking they're all taking this cryptocurrency move very seriously. And again, I think until very recently, it was not taken seriously. It was more of a hobbyist thing, and people were waiting for it to crash and burn and go away. But it didn't go away. It's becoming more and more prevalent.